because it just is. What is that? Oh, that's the fan. Hold on. That's kind of not workable. I do have the normal fan on, and I do the normal fan, and it's because it's hot. It's about in the 90s today. There's a pool party behind me. It's gonna be a little bit loud. I'm not gonna lie about that. But we're gonna have a little bit of coverage. It's not gonna be very long, but it's just stuff that needs to be brought up, obviously. Um, First, we're going to talk about All Out and the results for All Out. Mainly, it's going to talk about the medals, but because there were 15 matches, 4 at 0 hour, 11 across the board from about 4 p.m. to 8 at night. So we're going to talk about the ones that were big. And the first one that we want to start out with is talking about the Battle Royale. That everybody came in. It was pretty good. Everybody had a good showing. And then the Joker came out. Several folks in masks came out and laid out everybody, basically, from what I understand. Then a masked individual went up the ladder, grabbed the poker chip, unlatched it, and then Sympathy of the Devil was played, and a guy in the devil mask came out, took the poker chip, and walked away, along with all the other thugs that were involved, which was basically what happened. Then we had then there was the match between, and this isn't in any particular order at all. Later, we had actually, it is. Yeah. It is. We had the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page, and the Dark Order, John Silver and Alex Reynolds. And that was a pretty good fight. And the winner of that was Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks by a mistake from Adam Page that he felt guilty about, which they were going to do a story about, which has a good possibility of just kind of being lost in the wayside. Then we had I'm just trying to go through it in my head. We had the fight between Christopher Daniels and not Christopher Daniels. Sorry about that. Christopher Daniels was involved in the fight. That's probably what I'm thinking. Anyway, but between Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho, and it's kind of fought differently. It wasn't fought traditionally like everybody thought it was, and the winner was Chris Jericho. It was a little bit more, but then there was some interference and that type of thing. Then there was the ladies, in which Toni Storm won, with the switch being kind of that there was a possibility where Hader would have won, but Britt Baker kind of got in the way, that kind of thing. Then there was the Wardlow Motor Machine Guns FTR match, which was won by FTR and Wardlow. I forgot Jay Lethal. Sorry, Jay. And then the main event was CM Punk versus John Moxley, and CM Punk retained. So that's kind of it. There's other results. Feel free to look those up at your leisure. I think I covered all the ones that everybody was like super interested in, but maybe I'm wrong. Then we had and then Raw yesterday was yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago. It was Monday. We had mainly Miz in a cage, and he was going to defend against Bobby Lashley, but the cage was to keep Dexter Lumis out. It wasn't really well thought out, and I felt that was kind of strange. You also had who's now called Damage Control, Kai and Sky and Bailey won at Clash in the Castle against sorry about that, against Belair and Belair, Asuka, and I don't know, the one that played the Fiend. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, now we have I'm gonna put my logo back up here. We could have 1, 2, 3, but it's under the Gaming Fix brand. Then we had a 3-way tag team fight between Street Profits, Los Lotharios, New Day, and it was all really bumping well. Really great match. Interesting. Oh, Alpha Academy. And then we had the return of Braun Strowman, who just knocked everybody out and made the tag team division more relevant. So that was good. Let's see. I'll be honest, Monday's Raw kind of felt like it was going backwards. But I guess they had to get Braun onto the scene. Let's see. I'm trying to think about any other really good matches. Oh yeah, really good match was Austin Theory against Kevin Owens. That was a really great match. Really, really well, really put together match. I forgot to give a superstar, but I guess we're not doing that this week because we have so much to cover, kind of. Then we had Austin Theory had like a little confrontation again with Johnny Johnny Gargano. Trying to think what we had that was. Oh, and then we had the Judgment Day attack Edge, and a little bit of conflict between Ray and his son. And next week it's going to be Edge versus Dominic. Yeah, so that should be interesting. But what everybody wants to talk about, I know, is the media scrum. Everybody has been talking about it, so I just feel we need to cover it, which was because I saw it live because I decided to watch the media scrum, where CM Punk basically eviscerated people for, I think, reasons. And if you disagree with me, you disagree with me. But he was eating his muffin and drinking his soda. And first he called out a newsman, told him, hey, let me use the name of Colt Cabana, which is something Colton, I think. Maybe Johnny Colton. I don't know. And said, we didn't do this didn't happen, and Hangman should have never said these things, because he felt, I guess, that Hangman had gone and told people. The people were going around and basically saying that he got Hangman fired, and he was really irate about that, and he wanted that air cleared. And he made a lot of derogatory statements about the elite. Like, he said they couldn't manage a target. He said he was tired of working with children. He said they couldn't manage a effing target. So those things happened, and he called out Brian Alvarez, a bunch of things that people think were probably a little too far, but I don't know that they were. One, I think these scrums are going too long. They start really late at night, and these wrestlers are in pain sometimes. We know that Punk was injured. So basically, he put all this stuff out there, and then went to the back. And from what we know, someone, or the elite, came crashing into his room, or came into his room, and then Punk swung on him. Ace Steel, who is his trainer, was either came in or was in there. It's hard to say. Apparently his wife was there watching Punk's dog Larry, and so he threw a chair at Nick Jackson and decided to take a big old bite took a bite out of Kenny Omega, and pulled his hair. And now they're saying that Brandon Cutler, Christopher Daniels, Pat Buck were all there, and some of them trying to mitigate, stop the fight. And Chris Jericho came in and mediated. So from what we know is there's been suspensions handed out to everybody involved, and it's possible that CM Punk and Ace Steel could be either let go of the company or given suspensions, and I weren't sure what they were going to do. Regarding the Trios Championship and regarding the world title, not just because of the fight, but also because Punk was injured and needs surgery. Tony's going to discuss that at 5. That's the latest news on the whole thing. And it's what you call a good old cluster. I do not think that Punk should be given some kind of extreme prejudice because he's a real terrible person or something. He was reacting to actions that were taken by people that were supposed to be higher than him on the managerial chain, and that they had a responsibility to act differently. They had a responsibility to not come looking for a fight in the dressing room because they are supposedly EVPs. So that's my thoughts on that. And this is not going to be a very long show, like I said, because one, we didn't have a lot of results to talk about. There hasn't been that. This is the biggest news item out there, and right now, a lot of it's Dynamite's going to be very up in the air, and so far on the card known is I can't remember. It's a pretty forgettable card, honestly. Let me think, because that seems like something I should be able to share. No, we know that. Oh, I forgot the ending of All Out. My bad. So then we hear a tape recording of Tony Khan talking to some wrestler about, I think you need to come back. I'll swallow my pride, and I'm going to give you like a lot of money, and you're going to be the Joker in the. You'll be the Joker in the Casino Battle Royale, and then we had. Then the devil came out. He turned his back to the audience, put on his scarf, and took off his hood, and revealed himself to be MJF. And his music started. And then he wandered out and told Punk that he was going to take his championship. And that is what we had been told. Because right now the next with a guaranteed shot is MJF, and that was supposed to be a really big money storyline. So it's a question of that. I'm surprised that that's entering into this when money can be made, and when money can be made, usually suspensions and like. Usually what happens is it's like, well, money can be made, so what we're going to do is we're going to fine you. But hopefully CM Punk isn't let go. I, for one, kind of feel, I'll be honest, I think if it is, then I will probably not cover AEW for a while because I feel like they're letting me down because they're going to go with the elite, and I understand it's all elite, and some people might feel that they have to have an automatic, love for that. But the thing is if this group is doing something, they were given positions of power. The only people that were really using those, Kenny was at first. He hasn't been recently. Hasn't really done anything positive except for going and probably telling the game company how to run their game, which I'm sure they appreciate. It's amazing. Have somebody that is not in the gaming or programming industry telling them how to put their game together. Not very valuable, to be honest. And then the fact that Nick and Matt Jackson were going around spreading rumors, and then at the end of the day, they just ended up getting rid of CM Punk because honestly, the three of them just want to be in the headlights, in the glory. They don't want to work for it. They don't want to listen to those before them. It goes for Hangman Page too. And so I don't care if they started the company. If they're the cancer in the company, then they need to be gotten rid of. And hopefully that doesn't cause CM Punk to go away. That's my thoughts on it. And if you disagree with it, cool. Don't come find me. All right, looking for a fight. All right. Good night, everybody. Enjoy Dynamite. Hopefully, it'll have some nice, fun surprises. I'm sure Tony will make sure that it's an entertaining show. All right. Bye, everybody.